What's good, everybody? Greg Hickman here. And in this episode, I want to break down how we coach. And one of the members in our free Facebook group, the Scalable Service Provider, soon to be renamed depending upon when you're watching this, which is linked up below, asked for me to create an episode breaking down like how we coach. And I thought it was a really interesting question. And we have some coaching principles, some of which are our own, some of which we've adopted from other people we've worked with, mentors, etc. That, sometimes you work with someone that they articulate something that you've been embodying or been demonstrating, but just didn't have a good way to articulate it. And so then you say, oh my God, like I've been doing it that way. I'm going to, borrow that with proper attribution. So in this video, I'm going to break down what we call our coaching promise. And I'm actually going to take you through a couple slides, going one by one through kind of our coaching promise, which really shares with our new clients as a part of our onboarding process, how we coach and what we sort of expect of them and what they can expect from us as coaches and mentors. So let's jump in and let's share our coaching promise. Here at the Alt Agency, when you join our programs, we expect you to show up a certain way, just as we want to show up a certain way for you. Our goal is to help you. So I want to break down sort of what I will call our coaching promise, and you'll see that I have quotations around the word promise, because to me this is more of like an agreement that we're making with you, and also sort of like a contract. Now, you have obviously, if you're in our program, you've already signed a contract, but like this is like hey, we're coming at it from a place where we want you to be most successful, and for us to be most successful together and help you hit all your goals. These things this is like how we're going to do it, how we're going to show up. So like if you are questioning maybe our behavior or whatnot at any point, because like maybe we're giving you some hashtag real talk, which is one of our, core values, or, we're giving you some tough love, know that this is where we're coming from when we do it. Now, you'll see a couple of these points that come from, you'll see at the bottom right, adopted from Stephen J. Larson, someone I've been following. I've been listening to his podcast, Sales Funnel Radio, for a little while. And he's one of those individuals that has sort of said a few things that in his podcast, I wrote them down. I was like, oh my God, that's how we show up. And we've said similar things to our clients. He's just said it way better. So kudos and shout out to Stephen J. Larson for those. We very much appreciate you and what you do in this world. So let's jump in. First, number one, we're your coach and your mentors first. We're your friends second. I personally can say I love our clients and we build relationships with them. They're the types of people that if you are a client, like I would welcome you into our home and have dinner with you. Like that's how I select, who we select from as a client. Like not everybody gets to work with us, even that wants to work with us, because there's some people that I don't jive well with, or there's things about them that, I don't necessarily agree with or what have you. So like, when doing that, when coming from a position where I feel like you could be my friend and we are friends, I don't want that to get in the way of what we're here to do together, which is to help you hit a lot of your business and life goals through applying systems and transforming your business and how you do business. And that being said, then we are your coach and your mentors first, your friends second. So when we hop on that Facebook Messenger, conversation on the weekend and we're talking about family, like I'm literally talking to you as a friend. But when we're, working hours, and sometimes out of hours when I need to be your coach and mentor, I'll do that. But like there will be moments where I'm acting as your friend, but don't get it twisted. When we're working on your business, working hours, we're focused on what's at hand, I will always be your coach first. And this is what we preach to our team of coaches as well. So this is not just the Greg show. This is if you are working with any of the coaches on our team, Lisa, Ryan, Josh, whoever, like they are going to approach this the same way. Next one, If you will do the work, we will show you the work that matters. Again, this is from Stephen J. Larson. And I think we talk a lot, and when he said this, it reminded me of how we talk about sequence. Like, it's really easy to solve the right problems in the wrong order, and we want to help you solve the right problems in the right order. And so when we're guiding you on doing certain things, we're guiding you on the stuff because we know that the things we're guiding you on is what actually matters and make a difference. If you do that work and you're willing to do the work, we're going to show you like how to prioritize, like what is more important now than later, what is in sequence and out of sequence. So if you will do the work, we will show you the work that matters. Caveat, this also means that when we see you doing something that we believe is not work that matters, we will be the first to tell you, and we will expect you to stop. Because again, we can see around corners for you. So all the things that you're trying to accomplish, and specifically in the program, like we've already done. So and I've made plenty of mistakes. So I want to help you avoid those mistakes. So if you will do the work, we will show you the work that matters. If you show up hungry, we'll match your hunger. We cannot want this more than you. Like when you say what your goals are, I can't want that more than you want it for yourself. And this one's really hard for me because like oftentimes I find myself, I'm like, why aren't you just going a little bit stronger or a little bit harder, when it's like they're just not. And I can't, if we want it more than you want it, there's a problem. And so like how this plays out, I think in a lot of cases is, if you go off the radar and you're not getting the help, and we'll talk about this in another upcoming, point is, and then you're like, hey, well, where have you been? Blah, 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 blah. Like, if you haven't been engaging, you haven't been asking for help, you haven't been doing the work that matters and been following the instructions that we've provided. Like, we literally give you a step-by-step roadmap. If you're not doing that, like, how am I supposed to serve you best, right? So if you show up hungry, we will match your hunger, okay? Run towards us, not away. We can't save someone that is running away from us. I think Steve actually had one like this where it was like swim towards us, not away, which I think from an analogy probably visually makes more sense. If you're in the ocean and you need to save someone, if they're swimming away from you, you're both in danger, right? If I'm trying to swim after you to catch you to save you, that's going to be a problem. So if you're unclear on something, if something's not going according to your plan, we say and guide you to do something that maybe feels uncomfortable, do not run away, right? We can't help you if you're running away from us. So if you're doing that, like, expect that there's going to be some sort of repercussions of like, hey, like, well, obviously you didn't get the result that you're looking for because you never asked for help, right? All you did was when we reached out to you, you ignored us or you ran away. Like, that's not going to help you achieve the result, okay? We're not here to be babysitters. So run towards us, not away. We can't save someone that is running away from us. Which leads me to the point that I think might be uncomfortable for some of you, but is the real talk. And you should do this exact same thing for your clients, is that we are responsible to you. We are not responsible for you. Again, we are all adults here. We're responsible to be there to support you when you need help, to provide the resources that we've promised, and to show up, in all of these ways that we want to show up for you. And we're responsible to you to do those things, to help you get the results that you're looking for. Giving you what we said we were going to give you. Answer the questions when you have them. But we're not responsible for your results because I can't do the work for you. I can't be on your sales calls and have those sales conversations. I can't, make you wake up early in the morning and focus on yourself so that you have all the energy in the world to best serve your clients. Okay? Like, I can't be there in the moments that a lot of the moments that will matter for how you show up every single day in your life and business. So for that, I am not responsible for you and your results. Okay? We are responsible to you to provide everything that we can to help you get to those results. So I hope you understand that. And the second you adopt this and understand this for you and your clients, and realize that you're not a savior, if your clients are expecting you to be a savior, that's a huge red flag. And also, if you are constantly saving them and you're a huge, not huge, like if you're basically their business, like say your agency has become their marketing department and you're the one responsible for all of their revenue and you even do maybe some of their sales, like you should have a skin in the game. Like you should actually be partners with them, right? And so you need to kind of show up to your clients in a way where you're responsible to them, but not for them. Next piece, part 2. You're not allowed to use your current or past situation as an excuse. And again, this one's adopted from Steve as well. We see this time and time again. And look, we've been guilty of this in our own lives. And so again, it's like this is something that we not only impart on you, but we also are living. And so you are not allowed to use your current or past excuse or situation as an excuse, because now that we've worked with like over, at the time of recording this, like close to 200 clients, we've seen pretty much just about every situation, right? So we've seen the single parent with multiple kids. We've seen the person that is, trying to escape their corporate job and doing this on the side. We've seen people that have experienced, tragedies in their family while going through this process. Like we have seen it all. Okay. But if we allow you to make those excuses, we are not serving you, right? So sometimes something might happen and we might show up and say like, okay, like we got to get over this and move forward because we know that the feedback and the results that you want are on the other side of moving through this. So yes, we all have the same time and the same day. You might have some sort of situation that might feel unique to you. Likely we've seen it before. And if we haven't seen it before, there is likely someone else in the world that has dealt with it. There are many very successful people that have come from worse off situations and dealt with way worse than you're dealing with, regardless. So this is not to downplay any experience that you might have. We are obviously very much with you in times of tragedy. Obviously, hopefully that doesn't happen for you as you work with us. But like family member situations, like things like that, like, look, life still happens while we're working together and you're still building a business and you still go home at night to your family and there's things outside of work that are hard. Okay. We get it. We have the same problems and challenges in our own life, but we can't always blame those things as to why we're not getting somewhere. So you're not allowed to use your current or past situation as an excuse, and we won't let you. And this kind of ties into the next one, if you will not make someone else responsible for your results, we promise to not do it for you. Again, Steve said this really great, but this kind of comes from a methodology we use in our coaching called Gestalt. And Gestalt is experience-based sharing. And we do this more in our in-person environment than in virtual. When you're going through our training programs online, like we're showing you step by step. But when we're helping you make decisions, we're we always strive to, and again, not perfect. This is very hard to do Gestalt if you're unfamiliar with Gestalt, but Gestalt is experience-based sharing. So when you have a question or you're looking for advice, I need to show you and share my experience and let you come to your own decision. And other people in our community, other coaches and mentors you work with will share their experiences. And so what I find is if we tell you to do something and it doesn't work, you'll be like, oh, well, Greg said to do it and it didn't work. And the reality, what ends up happening there is that you didn't own it. You didn't take ownership over it. So that would be you making me responsible for your result because I maybe guided you to do something, but you were still the one to do it. And so, yes, I want to show you the step-by-step. Yes, I want to give you a roadmap, but you can't make other people responsible for where you're at right now and the results that you get. Where you are at right now and where you will be a year from now are always going to come down to the actions that you take and the decisions that you make. Okay? So I promise not to allow you to, make someone else responsible for your results. So if you will not make someone else responsible for your results, we will promise not to do it for you. Okay? If you will be polite to your naysayers, we will be your safe house. Again, Steve crushed it on this one, said it better than we could. Like, you're going to get trolls. You're going to have people comment negatively on your ads. You're going to have people talk, shit about you at some point. And look, if you're doing that, if you're receiving some of that feedback, you need to understand that it's usually the other person's problem, not yours. And it's hard to receive some of that feedback sometimes. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I personally take offense to a lot of things. But if that happens to you, we want you to use us and the community as a place to vent that out. Don't retaliate or go back and forth with any sort of trolls or any sort of that. Like, that is not going to serve you at all. It's going to negatively impact you in the long run, and probably really impact you like in the growth and the results you can get from working with us if you actually do it in the moment. So if you will be polite to your naysayers, your trolls, your haters, you're going to get them. We will be your safe house. If you will only compare you to you, then we will only compare you to you. Seems pretty self-explanatory. Like, I know that it's very easy to compare ourselves to others. It's easy to compare, your season 1 to someone else's season 17 and then get down in the dumps. So we don't want you to compare yourself to other people. We want you to compare you to you. We compare us to us. And if you have a challenge with that, like, we're going to help you and remind you that, look, you're in season 1. They're in season 17. Like, let's look at where you're at right now and where you were and where you're going to be. And like, let's always compare you to you. And lastly, if you will make, this goes back to the Gestalt, if you will make and own your own decisions, we will show you a framework for making them, but we will not make them for you. Okay. We can't make it for you. If we're always telling you what to do, you're going to become dependent on us to make important decisions in your business. And I want to teach you, and we want to teach you how to fish, right? Because we won't always be around. Yes, we want to bring you into our other programs and work with you long term, multiple years, which is really what this takes in the long game. But like, we still need to enable you to make decisions for yourself. So we'll give you a framework for making decisions. We'll show you how we do it. We'll share our experiences, but we're going to expect you to make your own decisions and own those decisions, because again, your success is going to fall on what you do. So that's it, my friends. That's kind of our coaching promise, coaching agreement, contract, whatever you want to call it, what we expect of you, what we expect of ourselves and our coaching team as we serve you. And then for those of you that are watching this through, our show, our alt agency show, this is how we operate. And, it's not for everybody, but we believe that it's what gets the best out of our clients and what they need from us and a mentor and a coach in order to become the leader in their own life and business the way they want to, and the way that will best serve them. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you're interested in learning more about what we do, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, check it out, leave us a review if you're enjoying this content. And you can check out the links below to reach out to us, learn a little bit more about us, and schedule a call to chat with our team to see if we can help you design an alt agency. Talk soon. If I give you 5 to 10 new clients, would you or your agency break? If so, your current agency model is broken. I struggled with this too until I found a better way. By adding online programs, training, and coaching to our agency, we doubled profits without adding more hours. If you want to work directly with me and my team to transform your agency, visit myscalablebusiness.com to learn more.